You can realistically pull the next 4 years of your entire future just in the matter of 4 months. And let me explain. I think what people are starting to realize, especially more of the normal, I guess, type of people, and the ones that are finally waking up in terms of online business, understanding the opportunity that is being presented in front of us. And also, I think we live in a world where social media makes it really hard to miss, right? You got people that you see, and this is from an outside perspective, that are doing, certain things, living a certain life. And the true reality of it is as a person, I guess internally, you realize like, damn, like there has to be something they're doing wrong. There has to be something they're doing illegal. And that's just the normal mindset, right? Some people can't think outside of what they're already doing. And I think everything in life comes with that thought, right? It becomes a thought before it becomes a reality. And when you have those thoughts where this is like, no way this can be real, that limits yourself to think, okay, the only thing that I'm doing is legal. It's something that I absolutely hate doing, but it gets the bills paid. I can live paycheck to paycheck and feel some stability. But what they're doing, there had to be something they had to be willing to give up to get there. In some cases, some people may have given up different things and morals and things like that. But the people that have worked for where they are now in terms of that living that life, having the things they have, and then someone else being on the other side, and like this dude definitely scam. The reality of it is what they gave up was not going the route that everyone else went. Taking that risk, being the black sheep of their family, realizing that there was so much more to life, but the current position, that traditional route that everyone seems to take that is the successful way, they realized that wasn't going to be the way for them. And that's kind of how entrepreneurships come about. And it's all interesting to see it because I talk to people on a daily basis in terms of people who comes into my program, brand owners, and the limitations that these people realistically place on themselves, it's at its all-time high. And people just don't realize, like, we live in an era right now where you can get into things like content specifically and pull the next 4 years of what your future would look like and what you would want it to look like just in a matter of a few months. Think about that. I have personal friends that I know in this space that are doing 100, 150, 200, 300, 400K a month. And the reality of that is, like, you really sit there and fucking realize these motherfuckers are pulling in what it would take a doctor 12 years to make. Really let that sit in. There are people pulling in what it would take a doctor have or a third of their lifetime going to school, going to residency, getting the job, and then leading up to that. Hopefully, by the time they're 30 or 40, they're making that type of money. There are people my age, 20s, shit, even 15 now. Even people, like, it's insanely crazy. And I'm not a person of comparison, but I will say it's always good to compare yourself in a good way because it inspires you. 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds fucking building $1 million apps. For instance, a guy who built Cal AI. I just seen the article on that. This guy's fucking 17. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, it's inspiring to see that. Like, dude, I wasn't 17. I was just trying to figure this shit out. You got to do fucking seeing a gap in the market, knows good content strategy, and put it together. Now the app's doing $1 million a month. He's 17, still fucking having the finals this weekend. That's crazy. And that goes to show you the reality and the opportunity that's really, really out there nowadays. So, like, and this is coming from someone that's been in the game for 5 years now, and I fucking sucked my first 3 or 4 years. Come from a mom that raised three boys on her own, just really wanting more from my mom and wanting to get out of that life. Worked 20 plus jobs before I was 18. And even now, I'm still figuring shit out. Yeah, I make good money, but like realistically, I know there's so much more I still have not potentially gotten to and tapped into. There's more levels to this. It's a game of climbing and getting to it's not even getting to the top. So it's a game of continuously climbing, falling back down and doing it over again and then learning and then stacking up and then continue to stack up and then come down again and then do it over again. Like, I love this game. It brings so much stress and energy, and also it's like a blessing, right? At the end of the day, I look at everything that I do as a blessing, never as a curse. There's nothing negative that runs across my mind. So the reality of it is, everyone that I even speak to, it's like that negative limitation, that negative mindset right off the bat limits everything, right? The minute you tell yourself you can't do one thing or do this or I can't, that automatically takes away everything that you would ever want to do in your life, right? You can't think negatively and want positively. You can't think negatively and you want positively. It's just not going to work that way. It's like trying to mix red and red to try to get a spark. It's not gonna work. It's like trying to mix red and blue to make orange. You can't mix two different things that don't correlate together to make one. Like, it's either positive thoughts and execution that makes your reality. And if you can't pair those two together in reality, how do you expect to do negative thoughts and then wanting a new life? You can't. It's like, they won't work that way. They won't work that way. So realize that content, getting into it, like the next 4, 5, 6 months, you literally can pull in 4 months. You can pull with content, like I said, in the next 4 months, you can pull a 4 year of your future of what that looks like in 4 months, 5 months. Let this be your sign. I'll see you guys in the next video.